right, welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live here on Sunday evening. What is up, Glenn? How was your Sunday?
I did absolutely nothing today. Didn't spend much time thinking about baseball. Watched a little bit of football until the first half, and I said, that's enough of that. I just kind of binge watched some television, did some reading, got some work done for this week. And that's it, Eric. A little non-sports day as far as I was concerned. How about you?
Fair enough. Yeah, not a whole lot. You know, did stuff around the house.
Raindrops still falling on your head?
No, it's a beautiful day today, but I think it's supposed to start raining again tomorrow. But thought of what the hell we're going to talk about, put together a nice little thumbnail. Don't panic. Again, guys, San Francisco Giants fans, we talked a little bit about it last night. Don't panic.
Well, Spencer already in tonight, Eric.
Not
Spencer's
yet.
in early. He says, so when can we panic, Eric?
Panic. You don't have to panic. Nothing's happened. And we're not even at Thanksgiving, guys. Come on. We're not in Thanksgiving. We're not France.
Thiago Ranzote is in. Let's go, Giants.
Yeah, what's up, man? Good to see you. But again, guys, there's nothing. There's nothing to worry about right now. Nothing has happened. Nobody has signed. We've still got a bunch of guys out there. Yeah, there's been a couple of things. You know, Angels that did a little bit of something. There was a small trade yesterday, right? Brady Singer, Jonathan India. Well, I don't know if that's small, but it's, you know, it's a move. But none of the big things have happened yet. The Giants haven't done anything yet. It's okay. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. If a lot of guys are coming off the board and the Giants are still sitting pat, then it's okay to start panicking. But at this particular point right now, November 24th, there's nothing to panic about. There really isn't, guys. Just stay the course. Try to stay positive as you can. Look, I understand the optics look bad. But come on, guys. Let's see what Posey does. He hasn't done anything yet. He's still working things out. Let's see what happens.
PMG coming in early with a little Joe Panic's even younger than Sagano. They're starting early, Eric. Don't laugh. They're starting early.
What do you think, Glenn? I see you're panicking.
Well, I'm panicking because it's been crickets, and you and your silence is golden, man. I'm kind of with some of the guys in the. Well, I see it split kind of down the middle. Some of the guys are in there. When can I panic, Eric? When can I panic? And there's others saying, don't even worry if Soto signs somewhere else. We're all good. I don't know, Eric.
We'll get into this a little bit later. Necron wants to know, why are the Giants interested in a 35-year-old pitcher from Japan?
His numbers.
Glenn,
that's why.
I'll let you answer that one a little bit later. We'll get into that. Spencer comes in. I honestly don't think they will do much, to be honest. Lee will be their big splash. I am telling you. Interesting. Wow. You guys, man. Come on. Come on. I'm taking a look at it right now. You got the same message I did.
I got the same. I got the same one you got. Yeah.
What is going on?
A mass tweet.
What am I looking at here?
I got to try to find the guy.
Oh, I know who this guy is. They talked a lot about him when I was stationed at Beale. I have not seen that. All right. Hey, guys, no reason to panic, guys. Hold on. We got to move, guys.
What do you got?
Catcher Max Stassi has agreed to a minor league deal with the San Francisco Giants. Stassi underwent hip surgery in June. Injuries in a personal matter limited him to just 5 rehab games the last 2 seasons. There you go. And there's more to it.
Personal matter. That's a new one to throw in the mix. But how come every little bio, Eric, on our offseason says the San Francisco Giants, all you got to do, you want to go to Google, type in San Francisco Giants and injury. And there you'll see everybody we signed. I'm telling you.
As I'm sitting here telling everybody not to panic. Oh man, but
isn't it true though, Eric?
Look,
don't you see a correlation between injuries and the Giants?
But let's look at what they're saying. It's a minor league deal, guys. Minor league deal. It's not a big deal. It's just depth. He's coming back home, so to speak.
Oh, here we go. Coming back home crap again.
Yeah, he grew up, I think it's either Marysville or Yuba City. I mean, they're like basically twin cities, if you want to say that. So, yeah, he's just coming back to Northern California. That's all it is. And again, it's just depth. It's a minor league move. It's a minor league deal. That's it. No big deal. No big deal, guys. Don't panic. Don't panic, guys. None of the big stuff has happened yet. Yes, Johnny, another injured player. It's just a minor league move. Oh, man. Of course, that has to come out right when I'm getting ready to talk about Don't Panicking. Love it.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. See, that's what scares me. If the guys in the chat are saying now that we've got, yeah, there you go. Allows them to trade Sable.
Maybe.
So if you're going to trade, again, is there a big market for Sable? I don't think so. Second of all,
I think there might be.
Trade Sable, but you're wanting, hey, we got Stassi, Porter. Woo!
Did you see what Sable did his first time in the major leagues? Pretty damn good, actually. For his first time in the major leagues, Blake Sable had a decent season. Never played above Double-A ball, and he comes up to the major leagues. I think he cranked out 14 home runs. I think he had like 250. Blake Sable, I would like to see him be part of the Giants, but hey, maybe again, as Grand Admiral saying, the Giants had picked up Porter earlier. Now they got Stassi, so maybe they're going to trade Blake Sable. What's up, George?
So you think somebody's trading for him to be an everyday player? I don't think so.
Maybe, or as a backup.
Maybe a role player, yeah, backup player.
I don't know, but
I wouldn't say I'm devaluing.
The guy's young. The guy's fairly young, right? Again, doesn't have his first chance here. Let's take a look at it. 2023.
Well, Grand says I devalue our players, Eric. We'll see. We'll see how many calls the Giants get. So let's see how many deals they do in this offseason.
People don't call about him. The Giants are calling other teams, hey, we got this guy. And they're going to say, hey, what do you think about this guy? It's not people are calling about him. That's not how it works.
Look at this. I guarantee that's not how it works.
Let's take a look. Because if the Giants want to trade, they're going to talk to a team, and they're going to find out their needs. They're going to tell them, hey, this is what we got. And that's how it's going to be.
See, that's just how it really strengthens the package, Eric. I don't know.
It might.
And if you trade for a Sable, let's say the Giants do a huge package deal, you got to find room in your organization for all these players you're bringing in, Eric.
Oh, I know.
So
I know.
Don't expect this huge deal where
I'm not saying
loaded 5 guys. Eric,
not what I'm saying.
I just don't see it.
Not what I'm saying.
Mr. Negativity but
he could be part of a package for getting a play. Look, I think there might be a couple of trades that are going to go down, maybe. So we'll see what happens. In 2023, had 344 plate appearances, and in those 344 plate appearances, he had 13 home runs, 10 doubles, had a lot of strikeouts, batted .235. OPS plus wasn't the greatest, and is on base. But again, that's his first time ever in the major leagues. First time ever. He's showing a little bit of something. In 2024, again, he only had 38 plate appearances, had 313. Again, small sample size. But it looked like he was cutting down. Look at that. He only had 9 strikeouts in 38 at-bats. So that's, he's doing something. Again,
I told you on the show last night, I like him, Eric, or maybe it was Friday night show. I said I like him for the sole reason that when you've got a catcher that you can drop into other positions.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's going to hold some value because another team could use him as a catcher, could use him as a first baseman, could use him as an outfielder.
Yep.
So it's possible.
There's his value.
It's possible that he is going to be traded because why would it? Yeah. As Grand Admiral, you know what, man, dude, it's been a while. There you go, buddy.
And now, Grand Admiral Shanahan with another Sports Talk Live commentary.
I forgot to turn off hold on. Coming again. There. Oh, got it in time. As he said, the Giants have already signed Porter. They have already signed Matt Stassi. Again, these are minor league deals. I think Porter has an invite to spring training, though. But again, it's minor league depth. If they need to go to them, that's what they're going to do. Because remember, they still have they still have Tom Murphy for whatever that. I mean, they signed him, so I'm guessing they're going to stick with him. Oh, maybe he gets traded. I don't know. Maybe he gets traded. I don't know. We're going to have to wait to see what the Giants do. So again, Blake Sabol, maybe one of those guys. It's part of a package. We'll have to see. All right.
Joe and William. Tone it down. Calm down.
Come on, guys. Play nice. It's all good. Everyone's entitled to what they want to say. You don't have to get weird about it, guys. Just if you don't agree with what they're saying, if you want to come at them with facts, that's fine. But just keep it to a low roar, as they say.
It's all good, Grant. It's all good. I can see the move. Eric, I can see the move in him, but I don't understand. My negativity in that move would be, all right, so you're going to move. Eric, you're talking about bringing in these catchers, but then moving off what potentially looks like a decent bench catcher on our team? I don't understand. Why the need to trade Blake Sabol?
Because he's going to give you something back.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a backup catcher, Eric, that I can rely on?
We're talking about a backup catcher. I could care less. You can find a
I
backup
know.
catcher
We got
somewhere.
Tom Wilson. Who cares? That's all. Okay.
Right.
Okay. You win. We got Tommy. We got Tommy coming back next year, guys. There you
We're
go.
talking about backup catchers. If you could trade Sabol, who another team may seem to have some interest in him, then trade him. Is he part of the future? Really? Is Blake Sabol part of the future? We're talking about
have a backup catcher, Eric. What happens if Bailey goes in the tank next year, gets hurt first month of the year? What do you do then, Eric? You go, Jesus, now we got to go back in the market. We got to find ourselves a catcher. I don't want to live in. I'm not living and dying with Tom Murphy and Porter.
You might have to.
Stassi. Well, if we do, here we go. We ain't a 500 team, Eric.
We're talking about a backup catcher. Is Porter or Stassi?
If they have to call on one of these guys to play, Eric.
Do you
think longer term than me? I'm not looking at the opening 9 roster, man. I'm like, I told you the other night, what happens when guys get hurt? What team goes healthy the whole season? Nobody.
It's true. That's why
you gotta have guys that can. I am not.
That's why you got Stassi and Porter.
Murphy, Stassi, Porter. No, thank you. So then trade away. Actually, there's 4 catchers. Who's the one I least want to trade?
Who?
Just saying.
Hold on. Who? Hold on. Let me see something. I think no, that's not him.
If you're trading Blake Sabol, you better have some tricks up your sleeve if there's an injury, man.
And
I agree with LD. They got a lot of eggs in that basket with Patrick Bailey, man. Good defense. Horrific bat, Eric. You think he's going to turn around? Going to get better at the plate?
Don't know. We don't know. Maybe he will. Remember, last year, you know what last year was for Patrick Bailey?
A sucky, horrible, decrepit year.
His first full MLB season.
Yeah, and I didn't like what I saw.
It's the first season. Let's see what he does this year, okay? Not everybody is a Buster Posey. The guy won a damn Gold Glove. It's something, right? It's something. He's doing something. Granted, yes, we want to see an improvement in his bat, but my goodness, I'll stick with Bailey as long as you improve the rest of the lineup. I'm fine with having Bailey in there. That's just me.
Well, I hate doing the shows all year saying we lost.
It's November 24th. Don't panic. Don't start carrying that damn French flag, man. This isn't World War II.
I'm panicking.
We're not retreating,
It's
man.
a double shot. I'm
we
panicking.
haven't even started fighting.
I'm panicking. Jesus.
We haven't started fighting, and you want to retreat. Let's pack it up. Let's go home, boys.
I'm already panicking, and Robert's texting me dandies tonight. Woo!
Hey, we would find out, but we would find out about it anyways. I just saw something come across MLB trade rumors. Red Sox are interested in Corbin Burns. That doesn't mean nothing. So what? They're into it. I'm sure a lot of teams are probably interested in Corbin Burns.
Yeah, we're interested in a lot of players. So that just only go. Hey, we're interested in a lot of players, Eric. We never get them, so don't panic.
Don't panic. It hasn't happened yet, man. Let's wait. Look, if we get into January 1st and the Giants haven't done much, then okay. Then we can start panicking.
Backup catcher's a weakness, but we gave away Joey Bart.
It's a backup catcher. We got bigger things to worry about. We need a
starting pitcher. How about that 35? How about my 35-year-old pitcher, Eric?
Now I'm panicking. You're talking about 35-year-old pitchers, then I'm panicking.
Yeah, I'm panicking. Somebody else gets him on us. The Angels. God, a lot of talk. The Angels are going to sign him.
Hey, watch the Dodgers get him.
Oh.
Let them have him. Let them have him. Let them have him. Okay. Nothing has happened, guys. Nothing has happened. Absolutely nothing has happened. Nobody has signed of significance. Come on. It's as my dad used to say, let's cool your rockets. Come on now, man. Come on, guys.
Giovanni, I don't think we get it, Thomas. I think he's going to go to a winning organization. He's going to be a Dodger. He's going to be a Red Sox. He's going, he could, a Padre. I think he's going somewhere else, Eric Adamas.
Okay. Let me ask this question. And I think
we're still battling the demon of players want to play in a winning team, Eric. I think there's still that demon out there that haunts us.
And look, are the Giants capable? TC, I think it was TC that left a nice comment. And I'm gonna echo what he said. But anyways, the Giants they got a history of winning, right? Pretty recent history of winning. They were able to win 3 World Series in a matter of 5 years. That was only what? 10 years ago, approximately? Right? About 10 years ago? So it's not like we haven't seen winning. Are we in a what do you want to call? You got your ebbs and your flows. We're ebbing. We're not really flowing. So
wasn't that long ago? 10 years. Eric, 10 years. That's like an eighth of your life. God, Eric, 10 years isn't a long time. Maybe not to you. You're going to live to be 140. That baby face now you shave. In
the concept of playing of teams winning the World Series, talk to some of these other teams that haven't even won one. I mean, we're if you want to say spoiled,
yeah,
we're pretty damn spoiled. Think about it, Glenn. I was a kid rooting for the Giants. It wasn't until 2010. It wasn't until 2010 that I got to witness the first World Series.
I was a Giant. I'm older than you. I was a Giant fan before you, Eric. And we had at least things to cheer for. We had the Will Clarks. We had the Bonds. We had something to go to the ballpark. Eric, nothing exciting. Guys, tell me this. Let's open a dialogue on something. Do you think there is a way for this Giants team in the front office to rebuild us, get us back in the game? Or have we reached the point where we got to start fresh? We got to build our players. We got to start developing the minor league system. We're going to have to build our way back. Because how are we? Nobody wants to, Eric, until they prove me wrong, nobody wants to come here right now. Nobody wants to come to a losing organization.
Fair enough.
Maybe the way to build, maybe this is going to be, Eric, another 10 years. Maybe this is a long term, baby. We got to rebuild, not reboot.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's not Chicago White Sox bad.
Although I didn't see on the free agent list, Licky Lopez is available for second base.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
Wouldn't that surprise you, Eric? Fitzgerald at short and Licky at second. I could see that happening. Eric, the team's going cheap, baby.
Yeah. Well, we don't know. We don't know. We have absolutely no idea what the hell the Giants are going to do.
Were you around? Were you?
Yes, I was. I was around during the Bonds and Will. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. I'll never
Were you
forget, man,
around?
watching that damn 89 World Series. At that time,
Were you
I
around for
was
the count?
I was like
Were you around for the
16.
count?
I may have been a small tyke. When was he pitching?
Johnny? Oh, that was the early 80s.
Yeah, I was
Maybe
only
late
like
70s, early 80s.
yeah, I would have been like
I had my top sticker album, I think, 1980.
like 6, 7 years old, something like that. But I won't forget that 89 World Series.
Sweet
I was
thing.
like 16 years old, sitting there getting ready to watch Game 3. It was already looking bad, and then the earthquake hit. Yeah, I remember all that stuff, man. But look at that. I mean, it took forever to win a World Series. But I'm not going to sit there and be a Debbie Downer right now. Look, talk to me after the offseason. If anyone has ever followed me here on YouTube, you guys know that I could be a Debbie Downer. 100% I could be a Debbie Downer. But nothing has happened yet. Let's see what transpires, and then we could go from there. Guys, there's no
guys,
reason
get along
to
in the
panic
chat.
yet.
If you guys don't get along in the chat, Eric knows I got a trigger finger. You won't be in the chat any longer.
Hey, and Glenn's already panicking, so you don't need...
You don't need to piss me off any more than I already am.
Oh, man.
They're fighting over there tonight, Eric, and I don't like that.
Yeah, it's just difference of opinion, man. It's all good, guys. Come on. It's all good.
I think it's
don't worry about it.
personal over there. So
hey, if people want to go out there and let it be known that they're not happy, let them be. It's okay.
Morcatna, you've got rain over there. You keep an eye on it. You always know it's going to be a good show when Morcatna's in the house, and Babe and LD.
Oh,
and they're all
absolutely. I see all the regulars out there again, guys. Appreciate you
crowd.
guys showing up.
Big crowd.
Oh,
what is
my
it about
gosh.
Eric? This channel is, as you guys know, we're getting. Hey, whoa! Oh my God! Be still, my beating heart. Do I see? We have a Will B sighting.
Huh? What is up, Will B? Good.
Oh!
Look at that.
Puxatawny Will. He comes out once a year and he sees a shadow. He's
A
gone.
Giant Sports Talk Live hot take from Will B.
What's up, Will? How's it going, man? How is it going, dude? Right on. He's coming in to lay down the law. You guys better watch out, man. Will be a come in and lay down the law. So guys, behave out there.
Yeah.
All right.
Babe is a chat.
Come on. Let's go. Come on.
Everybody welcome him back. Will be. Woo!
Finally catch a live one. There you go. All right. Now, come on, guys. Let's not panic. I'm not going to sit here.
Tommy thinks the catcher is a 3-time champion. He knows what he wants, and he's going to get it done.
Why not? Do we have a reason to doubt them? At this point, do we have a reason to doubt him?
Well, again, there's both sides of the fence. We haven't seen what he can do. But
I said, do we have reason to doubt him? Do we have reason to doubt him?
Him?
I'm not saying if you
no,
say
not yet. Other than there's been 8 moves made, Eric. It's all
moves.
Deadwood. 8 moves. We've made 8 moves, right? I should write them down. I wrote them down the other day. We made 8 moves. This team, since we got Posey, the GM.
Okay.
We signed the 4 players Friday.
Mm-hmm.
That's 6. Now it's not. We just signed a catcher today. It's 9, 10. Oh, look, Eric. So we're into double-digit moves now that Buster's in house.
We don't know. They haven't done nothing yet. Dude, can we honestly sit here and say that with Buster Posey hiring Zach Manasian, is that a bad thing? We don't know yet. Is Buster Posey being the president of baseball operations? We don't know yet. Right? Hiring advisors, Bobby Evans and his former agent, Jeff Berry.
Welcome Bobby back. Same old.
We don't know. Honestly, we can't make a determination. We can't say, yes, they're going to go out there and get shit done. And we can't say they're going to, they can't do a damn thing. We can't. We cannot do that.
There you go. Just cut them loose. Yaz, Wade.
There's got to be a reason, and maybe we'll find that out. Maybe we'll find that out.
Well, Daniel thinks that he's in on it. He goes, they're going to get Adames.
Get Adames, huh?
Yeah. So
here's a question. Again, I'm going to go back to what someone said in one of the comments. I think it was TC. I think he's in the chat. Made a great comment. Says, spend the money on pitchers, free agent pitchers, and get your hitting and your bats, so to speak, and defense through trades. Would you agree with that? Spend your money on starting pitching free agents. Get your hitting through trades.
I think that, Eric, you know what, Eric?
I don't
You're
disagree.
onto something. You're onto something.
I don't disagree.
You're onto something because I think that's the only way you're going to get players here.
Maybe. It's possible.
You want to get good players? You might have to trade for them, Eric. You might have to bring them in here. They got no choice.
Because if you think about it, on the position players on the free agent market, there's a few out there, right? There's a few. But is it really guys that the Giants need? Do they need a first baseman? Because they don't need Alonso, right? A right fielder, yes, they need we all know they need a right fielder. Yaz should it not be the everyday right fielder. They need a shortstop.
He might be.
If you want to give the runway, so to speak, to Fitzgerald at second, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I got no look. You can't have people outside the organization in every single position, right? You can't. I mean, you got to have some guys. You got to have some of the youth. You got Ramos. You got Lee. Those are two young guys, so to speak, right? And talking Major League Baseball standards, those guys are young. Yep. Fitzgerald is young. Bailey is young. Eldridge, when he comes up next year, is going to be young. The starting pitching, if you keep Harrison and Birdsong, are both young. You got some guys in the bullpen who are young. So it's not like the Giants are full of a bunch of old guys. They just need to go out there and figure out what they need and maybe get some trades done. I don't know.
Where are they going to? Yeah, you're going to have to trade for them. You're having a hard time signing guys who want to come here and play with young players, Eric.
And not only that, but is there guys out there that really fit what the Giants need? Okay, for example, Willie Adames. Yeah, he could be something, right? That's one. But how many people are going to go after Willie Adames? Do you see what I'm saying? The amount of quality players is very slim to the amount of teams out there that would need his services. Like remember, what was it? A couple of years ago, there was like 4 shortstops out in the market. Remember, who was it? I'm trying to remember who was in that class. There was like 4 shortstop. I think it was Seager, Dansby Swanson, Carlos Correa, and there was another one. I can't remember who it was, but there was just like it depends on what is available during the draft. Turner. Oh, it was Turner. There you go. Swanson, Turner, Correa, and Seager.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Seager? I think Seager was in there.
We forget Trey Turner. Right on, skaters.
Oh, Simeon was another one. Or Bogarts. Oh, man. See you guys. You guys are naming out. There's a
like
whole bunch of guys. 7. But for this class, who is it? It's Adames and Ha-Seong Kim, right? I mean, and I don't think people are breaking down the door to get after Ha-Seong Kim. There are guys who are interested in Adames. Okay, so
hold on. Wait a second. Hold on here. Ha-Seong Kim, injury. Oh, yeah. The San Francisco Giants. There you go.
Okay, hold on. Let me finish this up. So the Giants, yes. Do they need a shortstop? Correct. Could they get it? Hey, we talked about it here on the show. Maybe you could try to swing a trade for Bo Bichette. Would you guys like Bo Bichette as a Giants shortstop? I think that would be fantastic, guys. Love that. Who would you want in the outfield? Now that might be a little bit. Can they swing a trade for an outfielder? Because Giants need at a minimum 2 bats, correct? Would you agree they need a minimum this year as 2 bats? They need a right fielder, everyday right fielder, and shortstop. They have to have those. First base is coming. So I'm okay with patching it together with duct tape at first base.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
See? So
we got to get that done.
So go out there. Go out there. Go if you want to, quote unquote spend big money. I mean, if you want to get Snell and Burns, I mean, I don't know. Can you do that? Would you do that?
I wouldn't usually touch this one, Eric, but Babe says, I see Giants raid talent in South Korea. Find aces, or I think it should be right field position. Let the Giants make history fielding Korean players. I don't think it's just Korea, Japan, Australia. I don't care, Eric. Maybe we're going to have to play outside the box and go and find our talent. Dominican. Spend more time in the Dominican Republic. Where all these other teams seem to find players and prospects in other countries. What about us, Eric?
True.
Maybe they got to go outside the box.
Well, supposedly the Giants are in line to get the number 1 international draft pick this year. Joe Sarr. They're supposed to be getting that kid. Again, he's like 16 years old. So this is long term. It's exactly in the same time frame of Luciano and Ramos, because those guys got recruited very early in their playing career. I mean, they were like teenagers when they got signed to the Giants. So there's going to be a longer timeline for those guys. But what is it that the Giants need now? I mean, and you got some other guys coming up. We looked at the top 10 yesterday, guys. You got that Rainer Arias, who's supposed to be maybe something special out in the outfield. You got Carson Wisenhunt again. We'll see what he does. And last year it wasn't too good in AAA, but who knows?
They're going to be. You're talking about right field, Eric. Now there are going to be people in the chat and around baseball saying, "Oh, wait a sec, Eric. We're already set in right field. What are you talking about?" That's what scares me. That's why I'm panicking, because I see same old in the crystal ball. I'm looking at 25 and it says, please see 24.
But we can't say that yet. It's not done.
Eric, as I allude to every night, it is Sunday, November 24th. And as of tonight, it's the same as last year minus a pitcher.
They haven't done nothing, though. Every team is in the same boat. If they're trying to do something, they're exactly as they were in 2024. Every single team is. Every single team.
So the teams that were really good will be good and will continue to suck. Okay. At least you're admitting it. This is the first. Eric, knowing it's half the battle. We're getting somewhere now. At least we're getting somewhere.
It's not even Thanksgiving. It's not Thanksgiving, and we're talking about the Giants. Come on, man.
If the Giants actually do something to turn this team around, get better, then I'll give thanks, Eric.
We don't know. We don't know. What do we got out here? Hold on. Let me see. There's a
embrace the suck. That's what it's coming down to.
We don't know. We don't know. Senior, stop encouraging Glenn. Who do I want to see as a starting right fielder or free agent? Is here a trade? God, I don't know, man. Well, you already know what I want in free agency, Eddie. Everybody knows who I want patrolling right field in Oracle Park.
Well, we know who. We know who.
Everybody.
It might be Eric. What about Santander?
No.
Why not? He's better than Yaz.
Well, there you go. You got me there. You got me there. He's better than Yaz.
Better than Yaz. You want to get better?
Defensively.
You want to get better?
Not defensively. Not defensively. No, he's talking about Niners.
Yeah, when I saw this team stinks, I went, oh, yeah. See, Will knows.
Yeah, automatically. You got to go to the die. He's got to be talking about the Giants.
You knew this one was coming out. No,
man. Come on. Look at he's talking about this team sucks. He's got to be talking about the Giants.
Well, who else were we talking about, Eric?
Come on, man.
It's Giants Sports Talk Live.
Come on, man. What's up, Jim? I see you out there. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. What's up? What's up, Cryptic? Will be. Giants suck.
All right. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're
Will be. Now you're encouraging Glenn. You see, guys, what you're doing? Senior, Will be. You guys are encouraging him. The Giants haven't done nothing yet. I'll tell you what, I'll be the first person to come on here and say the Giants suck if the Giants suck, okay? You guys know me, man. You guys know me. I am not afraid to come out here and call a spade if we have to. But there's nothing to call yet. As Glenn appropriately has said, it is only November 24th. We have yet to have the turkey on the dinner table.
Hey, that's my line. The turkey's on the table.
And we're already cashing it in, man. Cashing it in, man. There ain't nothing going on. But I tell you what, you never know. Something special may come down the pike. You never know. Maybe it's a trade. Maybe it's a free agent.
Oh, don't worry, Mocatna. If we sign that pitcher, Sagano, there'll be a special live breaking news Giant Sports Talk Live.
So, Glenn, are the Giants still going to suck if they sign Sagano? And that's it.
And that's it?
That's it.
No better than last year. We're replacing Snell with Sagano, so we're going to be the same old team, Eric. Same old. So we're still going to be. We won't be a 500 team.
So you're saying that they're going to suck?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Now,
because we're not. Well, you show me. At this point, we've lost Snell. We're the same team. We've lost Snell. We signed some other pitcher, take a flyer on a guy who's 15-3, or any other great pitcher. We're right where we were last year.
What if it?
Are you denying that we're going to be the same team?
Hold on.
We don't make any other moves.
What if it breaks tomorrow that Blake Snell has signed a 5-year deal with the San Francisco Giants? Then
we're the same as last year.
Okay. And then what if something else comes down the pike? We don't know. Maybe it's something else.
Maybe we get better.
What if out of nowhere the Giants have come to agreement to Roki Sasaki? Then what would you do?
Then the stew is starting to bubble, man.
Bubbling. You're getting some bubbling going on. Okay. Okay. And then
because there's improvement, Eric. There's improvement now in the lineup.
Yes, it is. Okay. And guess what? You know what Roki Sasaki is not going to do? It's not going to cost you a lot of money. But again, you guys could say it's fairy tales, but again, he hasn't signed. You just don't know. Okay, let's go this. Now there's a trade. Giants able to swing a trade for one Bo Bichette. Now you got Snell, you got Sasaki, and now you got Bo Bichette. And
I like where you're going with it, Eric, but
we're not done cooking, man.
You're starting to stretch that rubber band. What if we do this and we do this and we do this and we do? You're going to be, you know what it's going to look like, Eric? It's going to look like something in somebody's wall, like a serial killer, and they got the strings to the here and up here and down here. You're going to have 100 things going on that I can't follow. This guy got, up here, down here. You got them doing, Eric, a team that doesn't make any moves. You got them. What if they do this? Well, what if they also do this? Come on, Eric. Oh, my God.
That's the time.
It's mayhem. It's mayhem.
Come on. Look.
Mayhem at Willie Chase Plaza.
Look who you're talking to. Look who you're talking to. You're talking to me, Eric, the only one that's been hyping up this team this whole offseason. And all I've been doing this entire come on.
Oh, you're killing me again.
Come on. You don't know. It could happen. It's possible. It's absolutely possible. Greg is saying Bellinger's coming. Okay. Would you like to? How about that? What if the Giants traded for Bellinger? Would you consider him a middle of the order bat?
Yeah. Bellinger.
Eric,
you said you're hyping this team. Do you know if you go to the dictionary, do you know what hyping means? Hyping means to promote or publicize intensively, often exaggerating.
Really?
So, yeah.
Exaggerating. And what else was in there?
To promote or publicize a product or an idea. So you've got an idea intensively, often exaggerating its importance.
Not me. Oh, that is being unreasonable, right? Is that what it was? Hyping unreasonableness,
Exaggeration.
exaggeration. There we go.
Yeah.
That's me. Anyways, but guys, it can happen. Right there you go, Heckmo. That's right. McMahon has nothing on me. Nothing. Well, when it comes to the Giants. Gosh, let's go. Come on. Let's see the Giants do something. Are they going to get Soto? We don't know. There's no talk. There's no chirping going on out there. But
hey, Eric, look away. Look away. Look away, Eric. Look away.
What's going on? Not happening. Yeah, it may not.
You didn't look away, Eric.
I get it. I understand. Trust me. I understand. My gosh, but he hasn't signed yet. Until he signs the contract and has a medical, anybody has a chance, right?
Yep.
Right? Anybody has a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Some less likely than others. Giants, they're kind of at the bottom, probably. But hey, you never know. You never know. A lot of people talking Bellinger. People seem to be excited about Bellinger.
Hey, garlic fries.
What's up, garlic fries?
I'll have your jersey out to you in about a week or two.
There you go.
I'll be home in about week, 10 days or so. So hang in there. I'll send you an email. Make sure before we package it up, I'll send you a picture. Make sure you got the address right. I don't want it to get misdelivered. I want to make sure. Same with everybody wins prizes. We'll let you know when they go out.
Let's
tough when I'm here. All the prizes are back in the bay.
Here we go. This is the stuff that I'm talking about right here. This is what I'm talking about, guys. You got to be careful out there, guys. Even with sports writers, guys. Sports writers, they try to put out the information out there, but come on. Here we go. Not every sports writer gets things right. Look what Buster Only tweeted out earlier today. Sources involved in the Juan Soto talks expect the teams will begin forwarding offers this week. To date, the process has been about Soto meeting with teams and club officials and about those officials getting to know Soto. So it flies in the face of all these. Remember, the Mets offered them $660 million for 12 years. Bullshit. It's I'm telling you guys, all this stuff that's coming out until it is announced that Juan Soto has signed with so-and-so team, it means nothing. Zero.
Oh, but it means he won't sign with the Giants.
It's possible.
Eric, sources involved in the Juan Soto talks. We haven't talked. Nobody says we talked.
How do you know?
To date, the process has been about Soto meeting with the teams and club officials. There was no meeting.
Sure.
And about those teams getting to know Soto. So if there's no talks, no meeting, and the teams he's talked to and have met with are making offers, where does that put us? We're not in that article. Hey, what are you talking about?
Does it show the Mets in here?
The Mets already met with him.
How do you know the Giants didn't? Yeah,
Eric,
see what I'm saying? That's
living in a fantasy world, man.
You don't know. You don't know whether or not the Giants met with him.
Come on.
If it's does it have to be fucking tweeted for freaking to have understanding? Oh my God. If it's not being tweeted that the Giants met with Soto, it didn't happen.
If the Giants met with Soto, it wouldn't be kept secret, Eric. Nothing is kept secret.
I guarantee you, if there's already agreement that says, you know what, we don't want to get freaking played again because we had the last 2 years. We don't want our names to be involved, but we'll talk to you. Come on. Just because it's not being tweeted out there doesn't mean shit ain't happening.
We'll see. We'll see.
Exactly. Now, am I saying that, The Giants are signing Juan Soto. I'm not saying that. That's
Well,
not
how are you going to feel? How are you going to feel if once the deal is done or the offseason moves are made and Buster Posey has a little press conference as they so do? And believe me, it'll be a big to-do if they sign anybody, Eric. Mm-hmm. Oh, the Giants are holding a press conference. They signed this guy or that guy. Sure. So what are you going to say when he goes, yeah, we decided we weren't going in on Soto at all. We didn't have any meetings. We were, that wasn't the direction. How will you feel then? We go, okay, whatever. No. Or you be
whatever.
Pissed.
I mean, we don't know. Again,
or will you be pissed? I mean, I'm asking you a question, legitimate question. If he says that wasn't our direction, we didn't have a meeting, we weren't interested.
There is no damn way in hell when Juan Soto signs, if the Giants have to have a freaking press, if they have to have a presser to explain why they weren't in Juan Soto, that's bad.
It's going to come up in interviews, Eric.
That's weak. You shouldn't be having a freaking press conference over people you didn't sign. Well, I sit here before you Giants fans today to announce, yes, we did not sign Juan Soto. That's weak. Focus on what you're going to do with the team.
Gonna happen. Gonna happen, Eric.
Focus on the team that you want to build. And if Juan Soto wasn't part of it, that's fine. Then execute whatever it is that you guys are planning. Buster Posey or Juan Soto may not even be part of the plan. I get that. But if he isn't part of the plan, then they need to execute whatever that is. That's what it has to be, man.
And what is that, Eric? For the umpteenth time.
Know.
We don't know. Nobody knows.
Who cares? It's not our business.
Does anyone know?
Oh, yes, they do. Buster Posey knows. Greg Johnson knows. Zach Manisian knows. The people who are supposed to know absolutely know. Come on, man. Come on. And let's not forget, and Rocks, you're absolutely hitting on something.
Right on, Senior.
Absolutely hitting on something. Listen to this.
Right on.
Farhan screwed up a lot of these deals. We don't have Farhan in charge anymore. Right? We got a different person. We got Buster Posey who's in charge. We don't know his direction. We don't. Absolutely don't.
His direction?
Ugh. It might be. It might be. It might be.
All right.
I'm telling you. And you know what? Hey, Senior, you know what else it could have been? Remember they're deliberating Matt Chapman's extension? There may have been discussions going on at that time. Because at that time, I think it was already pretty much the wheels were in motion that Buster Posey was going to take over. So if you don't think that Scott Boras and Buster Posey didn't talk about Juan Soto, I don't know, man. I guarantee you there's probably some discussions. Does it mean that he's going to sign him? No. But I guarantee you there was some talk about Juan Soto. There is no doubt about it. We just don't know, guys. We don't. And again, like I said, all this bullshit talk that was talked about these last couple of weeks. Oh, Yankees came in with an offer. Oh, Mets came in with an offer. No, they didn't. They didn't. That's why I didn't trip about the whole 660 stuff, because I know that's a bunch of freaking smoke and mirrors. Wait until the man signs. That's all I'm going to say. Once Jeff Passan tweets it out, Juan Soto has signed a 14-year, $650 million with whatever team, then we know where he's going to go. Anything in between is just freaking.
So, Eric, I read an article this week saying the Giants haven't met with Soto's camp.
And?
Am I supposed to believe that?
You can believe whatever you want. You could believe what it could be, maybe.
No, we can't have it both ways, Eric. You started your rant. You started your rant saying, "Oh, the bullshit online." You know that the Mets are making offers $660 million. Yeah. So, are you believing what's online or not believing what's online?
Hey, it's up to you. It's for me. I'm not going to believe it. That's me. I could care less.
Hey, let's go get them. Let's go get them. But the direction they're taking. Jesus.
We don't know the direction. That's what I'm saying. We can't sit here and say what the direction is when we have absolutely no idea what said direction is.
I don't like the direction they've taken so far. We brought back the 4 players I thought we were going to cut loose. We didn't need any of them.
There's got to be a reason for that. We don't know the reason. That's the problem. We don't know. Look, I'm gonna tell you something right now, Glenn. If it comes, if we're in the middle of January, or we'll say the beginning of January, and Mike Yastrzemski is gonna be your starting right fielder, and Wade's gonna be your starting first baseman.
You'd be pissed then?
Well, you got to have a starting first base if it's a Wade, whatever. But if it's Yaz is out there in right field starting, then I'm gonna have an issue. Then you're gonna see me out here talking some shit.
Merry freaking Christmas.
But right now we can't. That's the issue. We can't. We don't know, guys.
Are we back
That's
on
all
that
I'm
again
saying.
tonight? Oh my God, Bellinger! Come on, man. Come on.
I don't know. You go. Is anyone happy with the Bellinger? It doesn't seem like too many people are happy with Bellinger.
Eric going crazy
Going
tonight.
off the rails. Eric with another epic sports take.
It is what it is.
Getting everybody hyped up.
Hey, you.
There's already a Royal Rumble in the chat tonight. Look, we need to get everybody fired up. Holy cow.
All right, where are we? I haven't even been. I mean, I've been going off. I haven't been even watching the chat. What the hell's going on, guys? What do we got here? Come on. Ramos and Fitz. There you go. That's what I'm trying to talk about here, San Jose. Just the thought here, maybe Posey was getting pissed off because people were leaking things. So Posey stopped the leak by keeping his plans close to his chest. Why show your hand while others showed theirs? Absolutely. I think that's smart. That's why we had a show specifically, the silence, right? Remember that, Glenn? The silence of what
Silence
was
of
going
the
on
Lambs, and that was ugly too, Eric.
You know, this is what we got going on in the San Francisco Giants. They're in their submarine. They are submerged. They are not surfacing. Because if you surface with the submarine, what does that mean? You could be found out. And if you're found out, Glenn, what happens to a submarine when it's found out?
Kaboom.
Kaboom. Exactly.
Maybe that's where we got to get all our players from, the kaboom.
So he's laying low, staying below that thermal layer, doesn't want to be picked up, running silent. We just don't know, guys.
Running silent or running scared?
Silent.
Oh, okay.
Gotta have fun, guys.
Eric's got the enthusiasm. I'll give you that, Eric. You get one for the Gipper every night. You're in there. You're enthusiastic. I ain't buying it.
That's
in this world of social media and platforms and leaks, you think the Giants? Do you think the Giants have met with him or had talks with Boras and it's gone deathly silent on the World Wide Web? Nothing is silent on that. Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, come on.
I'm telling you. Listen to me, guys.
It's not a CIA operation here, Eric. It's like special ops here.
It can be.
We'll see.
It can be. I'm going to tell you something. If Buster Posey...
You can tell me. That doesn't mean I'm going to listen to you, but you can tell me. Go ahead.
If Buster Posey had a meeting with Scott Boras and he told him, if one word is leaked out about a meeting between us and Juan Soto, we're done. There's no coming back because we've had enough. We've been through this too much before. We did you a favor by extending Chapman when no one else would have gave him that much money. Remember, and like you said, Glenn, would a Scott Boras, would he have gotten paid a bigger paycheck if Chapman went somewhere else? Probably not. He was getting that deal was the best deal Chapman would have ever got.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Okay, then. So you did him a favor.
6 years.
Do you think Scott Boras understood that Giants, and I know you don't like this one, but they did, they overpaid for Jung-Hoo Lee. They did. And Scott Boras is reaping the benefits of that. Giants took a flyer on Michael Conforto. Okay? Yes, the Giants screwed up with Carlos Correa, but I think we could blame that on Farhan, right? And now that Farhan's gone, then you don't have that quote-unquote albatross around your neck if you're trying to sign someone like a Tom Soto or a Juan Soto. Now, am I saying that are the Giants in on Juan Soto? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I would not be surprised if there was discussions that happen. Again, discussions doesn't mean that it's going to happen. I'm just saying I'm not going to believe that the Giants did not have some type of conversation regarding Wanso. That's all I'm saying.
Really? Okay. All right. Time, Eric. Time will tell.
Time will tell. Yes.
What time is it now? Oh, it's only 11.
Only 11, man. Come on. Come on, man.
O'clock. Although I wasn't sticking around long tonight, if they kept scrapping over there in the chat, I was like, that's it. I'm going to get out of here. But I'll stick around a little longer.
All right. It says, Architect Thought says, I think we know the direction. Pretentious Pavlovich pointed out pitching defense, lower payroll. So Yaz, Kim, Glenn's 35-year-old pitcher, and offseason not being negative, just my observations. I got you what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All we could do is sit back and watch.
Sportsman, what reports? I told you come into the chat. I don't want to hear. I've heard a report.
I also saw that there was reports that the Mets offered 660. Buster Only comes out to say no offers were ever made. So you tell me, man.
Yeah. So if they haven't had any contact with Soto per report, but that's a per report. That wasn't Sportsman saying it. Per reports, Eric. I want to know what the reports are.
Vincent says the Giants said payroll. Giants did not say such a thing.
No, Eric, you corrected me on that.
The Giants
can you tell
never
again?
Said they are reducing payroll. Andrew Baggerly on a league source said the Giants may be reducing payroll. We don't know. We don't know. Johnny Owen. Eric, you really expect Scott Boras to be a human being and honoring a wink and a handshake because he did the Giants a favor. Hey, you know, Johnny, there was a time not that long ago, Johnny, where a man's handshake meant everything. Not hundreds of papers in a contract, but a simple handshake was good as gold. Hey, maybe I'm being naive, but hey, you never know. Right?
Shake my hand and go back against me, Eric. I just kick the crap right out of you.
You never know.
That's how I do most of my deals. Handshake. There's a couple now. I just told Bernice yesterday. It came up in conversation yesterday afternoon at 4:00. He said, got to work out a contract this week with one of my buyers on radio. Because they sort of they change the narrative each month. We're going to pay. We only need this many this month. I go, that wasn't our agreement. So handshake deals, Eric. You know what happens with handshake deals? Other people get involved in them. I had a handshake deal with an organization. Guess what? They've got a new vice president. Oh, that's not the deal. I go, all right.
Yeah,
we're going to work out. I said,
it's a little bit different.
You need me more than I need you.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, you're throwing out the link? Who's coming on?
Why not?
Who's coming on?
Whoever wants to come on, throw the link out there. Everybody and anybody is welcome. Just don't be an ass.
LD said he's enthusiastic about Sagano. That's good. That's good.
I get it. Oh, yes.
People buying into him.
Tom. Oh, dear God.
Jesus. You want to close out the show? I'm heading out of here shortly.
All right, here. Let me go warm up my coffee before this, though. Tom says Giants fans have low expectations for good reason. And Tom, you are correct. I agree. Look, I don't disagree. The Giants fans have had a tough time of it the last few years, right? So I get it. I understand that. But again, just don't look at everything in a vacuum. There's got to be bigger things afoot. Got to be, right? Got to be. Why else would you fire Farhan? Right? Why else would you get rid of Farhan if you're going to do the same damn thing out there?
I told you, we were on the slippery slope to hell, Eric. It was time.
Right?
It was time.
Why would the Giants let go of Farhan if they're going to do the same exact same thing that Farhan is doing. It makes no sense, guys. None. So I'm not panicking.
I tell you what, go warm up the coffee, put a peppermint stick in.
Christmas is coming to Giant Sports Talk Live. Be watching Giant Sports Talk Live beginning December 10th for the 12 days of Giant Sports Talk Christmas. We will announce one qualifier each night for 12 days. And on Christmas Eve, we will draw for a grand prize of a Barry Bonds jersey and 2 tickets to attend a Giants game with Glenn and Eric. To qualify, simply be watching Giant Sports Talk Live to pick a number between 1 and 12. Then, on Christmas Eve, Santa's elves, Glenn and Eric, will randomly choose the grand prize winner. The 12 days of Giant Sports Talk Christmas, coming December 10th to Giant Sports Talk Live, a Northern Lights Entertainment broadcasting station.
Yep. Santa will be arriving soon. Gonna be giving away prizes. I'm working on a big one next year too. I shouldn't even say anything about it. Big giveaway coming up in 2025. Maybe on opening day we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it early in the year, 25, and then opening day give away the prize. Eric and I still have to talk about it, but it's a very expensive prize. So let's just see where the chips fall. What else we got going on? You guys getting along in the chat okay now? Cooler heads prevail? Let's see. That's what I was sort of alluding to. San Jose. AC/DC. The highway to hell. Love it. Let's see. Not a whole lot going in the chat right now. So I'm going to go right to we might as well do it now before Eric gets back. Hey, buddy.
Hello.
What's going on, Carter, Kim? What's it like? It's freezing. In Winnipeg, I tell you today, dude, it freezed the nuts off my 4 wheels on the car.
There you go, man.
Eric was inundated with rain. What about down where you're at? Nice?
It rained so much down here. It was raining all day yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. It was cold. I mean, Jesus. It was a good time, though. I mean, spent Friendsgiving with some people, but always here to talk about sports.
Right on. So nice down see, Carter, nice there. I told Carter it's cold enough to freeze the nuts off each one of my tires on the car parked out there today. It's so freaking cold. And Eric said it was a beautiful day. The sun was shining, but more rain in the forecast up there in Northern California. All right, Eric, take it away. Carter's in.
Right on. You out of here?
No, I'll stick around for a few minutes, but I thought you open the dialogue.
Oh, I got to open the dialogue. Okay, here we go.
Oh, I mean, I was looking at the chat. The guys really, they weren't coming in with any high fastballs or anything, but
fair enough.
I don't know. We got Carter in so much now, I don't know what to talk to him about anymore, Eric.
Well, the problem is, when there is not a whole lot of news, it kind of makes it difficult to.
It's
like
I said, how's the weather in SoCal? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, there's other things you could talk about. There's no doubt about it.
But it's all quiet on the Western Front right now.
Yeah,
all quiet.
Yeah, look at that. All quiet on the rest of it. Yes, it is. Absolutely.
So I said to Eric, if we don't hear it, it ain't happening.
No, everything's hearsay. Everything's hearsay.
Yeah, but I'm not hearing it. Eric says if you don't hear anything, it means it's not happening. Right, Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know, man.
You never know. It's going to be a long winter for baseball.
I think things are going to be heating up here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks, I think you're going to
start. Betting on a storm in December?
What's up?
Are you betting on a storm in December of free agency news?
Absolutely. 100%. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Going to be an interesting, fun watch every day, Eric, before our show. MLB Network, they cover those meetings.
Yeah, there you
yes,
go.
They do a lot of interviews. You're going to hear what other teams are saying, and
from what is it, Monday through Wednesday, and I think they start getting out of there on Thursday, something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't last long.
Man.
Usually the first day, not so much. Second day, maybe. Then the third day is when usually things start going crazy. But we'll see what happens, guys. I mean, all we can do is sit back and watch. Yeah, there's a bunch of rumors going on out there, but we don't know.
Tom says, who's the opening first baseman? 25, opening day. I say it's going to be Lamont Wade.
Think so?
I think
you don't think it is?
Yeah.
Lamont Wade? I think, hey, I know we're going down that road, and Eric will say it's only November 24th. So
it is. It is only. It's too early.
These questions we revisit over and over and over and over, and there's really no answer to be given yet.
No, I mean, the only answer is we don't know. That's the only answer.
That is the true answer. We don't know. I mean, if I was going to guess, again, this is just a complete guess. Like you said, it's only 24th. I'd say they platoon it until Eldridge is ready, but we'll have to see, obviously.
Yeah, but they're not both going to play opening day. I think Wade starts opening day and Flores is your DH.
No, I think that's fair. No, that'll probably be the case.
And Yaz in right. Yeah. And Jung Hoo in center.
Oh, God.
And Ramos in left.
We need young guns, man.
And for the next 6 years, maybe Chapman at third.
We need young guns. We need young guns. We need guys who are hungry and ambitious right now. That's what I want to see in the team. I want to see a Jung Hoo Lee and Elliot Ramos at every position. I want to see that. I mean, I just want to see that. Like the possibility that I don't even need this team to be great. I just need to see potential. No, we can't do that. No,
come on.
No,
you can do Goldschmidt for 1 year and that's it.
No, Goldschmidt for 1 year is fine, but it's not I would not even think about giving him multiple years. If you give him multiple years, you're insane, in my opinion. If any team did that, not just us, any team in baseball gives Paul Goldschmidt more than 2 years or even a year of Major League Baseball time, whoever assigns him is mental. If I'm being honest,
I tell you what.
Yeah, not just other teams. When it comes to the San Francisco Giants, it's my opinion that if you're going to sign a first baseman, you're going to make a move, get a first baseman, get him for 1 year because all you need is a stopgap first baseman. We don't need a first baseman.
Yes.
We got a first baseman coming. We just need a stopgap, right, guys? No, pretty much. I mean,
correct.
You don't need to. I mean, why would we sign a guy for 2 or 3 years? I mean, at this point, you look at Eldridge and how he's looking. Everyone's talking about him in every single place in Giants land. He's apparently going to be the next guy for us.
And around baseball, Carter. Around baseball, not just Giants land. It's around baseball. He's got that kind of pedigree coming into the game where he's moved up the ranks so quickly, been pretty successful hitting where he's been. Didn't get much playing time. Did you see him, Eric? I can't remember now off the top of my head. Eldridge at the game you went to. He played. How did he look? Tell the guys how he looked.
I thought he looked good. I know he struck out a couple of times, but he had a couple of good at-bats. He had a single, and then he took a walk.
When you saw him in person, did he look, as I say, did he look like a Bellinger in person?
I think he doesn't stand as straight up. He crouches a little bit. I guess you could say a cross between a Bellinger and maybe a Harper, because Harper kind of squats a little bit. So he has a squat to his. He doesn't stay. Freaking Bellinger is like almost straight up.
Yeah.
Kind of like a
video I've seen. It sort of looked like it. So.
No, yeah. I mean.
All right. Anyways, before we get any further, I said this before I went and warmed up my coffee. I said, why would the Giants sign or get rid of Farhan and bring on Buster Posey? Why?
I think it's just simply a matter of we want to. That's a good question, because if
I think we have an answer.
We do have an answer.
I think we have an answer.
Oh, that time of the night.
Here we go.
Surging up the charts. Is this a new one? New release?
Going up that way. Come on.
Giants standing in the fog, questions left without a clue. Soto's name up in the air, baseball lost is baseball doomed. Pitching dreams or hitters might, fans are shouting, searching light. Which direction brings us here? Posey's ghost near, far yet clear. Pitching dreams or hitters might, fans are shouting, searching light. Which direction brings us here? Posey's ghost near, far yet clear. Stand on ground or take the swing. Giants fade, a fragile thing. Field of dreams or empty stands. Baseball
I like it.
Fair enough, yeah.
Whispers on the bay breeze chill. Decisions made, standing still. Are we fighters? Are we ghosts? San Fran waiting at the post. In the shadow of the park, Giants quest ignites a spark. Soto's battle mounts defense. Unwrite history, make some sense. Stand on ground or take the swing. Giants fate a fragile thing. Field of dreams or empty stands. Baseball lost in shifting sands.
That's a good idea.
All
That's a good
right.
idea. From Will B. That's a good
Nice.
idea.
Love it.
We gotta hit the bingo card. There we go.
Way to go, Senior. Senior with another fantastic
Banger.
song generated through Suno AI. Good stuff, man. Again, we don't know, man. We have a lot of hope. And all we can do is sit back and watch and see how it unfolds. That's all we can do, guys. That's it.
Yeah.
It's
There you go.
if you wanna. I mean, let's think about it. When's baseball off season? When's things really start cooking? Christmas time, right?
Christmas, yeah.
And what is Christmas all about?
Hope. Hope.
Right? What is underneath that Christmas tree, right? You grab that thing, you freaking shake it. You hope. There's a lot of hope. Now, when you open up those gifts, sometimes it's what you wanted, sometimes it ain't. So all we can do is just wait, man. We gotta look. Buster Posey is doing the shopping. All we can hope, again, that we have something special. That's all we can do.
I want to see something special happen here when I come back this summer. I need to see something awesome. I mean, I said this. I don't even need this team to be particularly great. I just need it to show progress.
Well, yeah, there definitely has to be.
Yeah, there has to be. If there's no progress, then what the hell are we doing? You know? Oh my gosh. We need, Eldridge, but we were talking about Schmitty and the polar bear. I mean, yeah, we can't go for either of those guys. I mean, Schmitty, maybe, if it's like a 1-year thing, but Pete Alonso wants his payday, and he wants to be somewhere where he can be long-term. I mean, we're not going to be that because, we need to bring Eldridge up. But if Goldschmidt wanted to go for like a year, just like a 1-year deal, then fine. But that's a stopgap, just a stopgap.
And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will see.
I mean, is it possible? Can if you do sign Alonso, could you move him over to DH? You could, right? You could.
Yeah, you definitely could. But I've seen Alonso.
Is it optimal? Is it optimal?
No,
not really.
But it can work. Certainly, it can work. And when you make room for a guy like Eldridge.
All right, give me 1 minute. Here, back.
All right. I'm alone. I have nothing, nobody to carry this load. All right. I mean, what do I say? I mean, Jesus. I think that honestly, we're talking about the notion of certain players at these positions. I think, if I'm being totally honest about Soto, to all of you guys, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I would like it to happen. It would be such a cool thing. But it's just, Carter, do you like the Warriors as much as you like the Giants? I do. I have been a Warriors fan longer than I've been. Not as long as I've been a Giants fan, but I've definitely watched the Warriors long enough to understand them. What do you think we need this season? I think we need to replace DeAnthony Melton because he got injured. That's a big thing. Gold rush, but we'll have to see. But as for Soto, Glenn.
All right. Yeah, I muted that during the song, and I had to step out and let my daughter in from work. So
Okay, cool.
Not the safest neighborhood. We got to make sure she gets in safe. I have to do that usually every show.
Okay, but
We're back, and maybe we'll play that song for me before we step out. Well, I missed that one. You want to go Full House? That's a San Francisco television show, and remember Hunter Pence made in Full House 2 made an appearance. So why not? We got Dilly. We got Michael. Hey, Michael.
Hey, how's it
Michael. I got a peek at Michael. He disappeared.
You got to peek at me. I'm a little camera shy, though. Sorry.
No,
I gotta
that's-
pee.
you got five
How's it
people.
going, guys? How's it going?
How you
It's
doing,
going
Michael?
well. It's going well.
Good,
Michael.
man. Good.
What are your thoughts on the show tonight, boy? We're covering everything, and we cover everything, and we get nowhere. That's about the size.
I
of it.
love the Giants as a team. I love them. The city, too faggy and Jewy. I'm not gonna lie. Too many faggots, too many Jews.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Well, I don't know what
Is
that.
that?
Michael, you had to bring it back.
That's
Different
gonna have to,
pose. Let's just go. Let's just
Hey,
see what
Dilly, how you
Dilly's saying.
doing,
How you,
man?
Dilly? Take a different approach. How you doing tonight?
Hey, so that Pete Alonso guy, am I right?
I think we can just let's sidebar that.
Was that Michael Lionheart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't bring him in.
Okay, I dumped him. We dumped him quickly. Yeah,
I did not expect that.
In
whatsoever.
fact,
I mean,
I'll make sure. Yeah, it was a little off the rails for me. I didn't know. The views expressed are those of the speakers, not Eric, myself, or most sane people here on Giants.
I did not expect that.
I do
whatsoever.
not condone.
I do not condone this either. I mean, Jesus Christ. I
What
mean,
the hell? All right, back to our regularly scheduled
Let's get
program with a
back
bunch
to
of
the-
we've got enough characters in here tonight. Eric, I missed the song. I had to go let Caitlin in. I was telling Carter this isn't the safest neighborhood. I had to pop over. That's the first time I missed a song. How was tonight's?
It's pretty good.
Shark
good.
Topper?
yeah,
It's pretty good.
All right.
it's the Bay, man.
Yeah.
I love
And you
it.
know what, guys? I love the Bay Area. I'm broadcasting tonight from Canada where I'm freezing, but I can't wait to get back to this. The Bay Area is such a bad place. It's starting to wear pretty thin on me, Eric.
Los Angeles is the worst place, dude. Like, I don't
love
care
it.
what anyone says. I love this place. I've
Now
grown
he's
up my
texting
entire
me.
life here.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, Jesus. Oh my gosh. Tripping, bro. Just tripping.
All right,
I'm
what do we
just
got going
pumped
on
up.
here? What's up, Billy?
The
Try not-
majority of
Go ahead, man.
this is the most talk about Pete Alonso I've heard on this show in a long time.
Been a
So,
while.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just happy that my boy is being thrown around again.
Yeah, because you haven't heard there has been no word on what,
Oh,
quiet.
what Alonso's
I
doing.
think
I don't think he's gonna get paid as much as everyone.
I don't think so
would
either. And I'm
anticipate.
telling you, I don't think
Which is
I don't
kinda
think Soto
crazy.
is going to get paid as much as everyone thinks he is either.
Okay, I think I disagree with the second part. I agree with the Alonso bit. I don't think he's going to get paid that much money. He's going to get paid a good amount of money, but I think that Soto is going to get paid a lot of money. That dude is going to be. I think that again, I've stood by this. I think he's going to be paid $650 million, solid. At least that's what I think. Over maybe 10 or 12 years. That's what I think. But Alonso, I think it's like 150 to 200 million. I think he's a really good player. But I think ever since that rookie season, he's been a very
Carter, you think I'm off base at 720? Do you? You think that's way too high?
No, it's way too high, man.
720.
There's none
That's way
chance.
too. That's a lot of money, dude. Like it's. I mean, it would have to be an insane bidding war.
Yeah,
And
and
I
it
don't
would
think-
have to be
I think there's going to at
18
least
years.
as long as you got two teams. If the offers start coming in the sixes, somebody's going to come in at the last minute, a la hopefully a Giants, and try to snag them away. Maybe that's the route. Maybe that's the route the Giants are taking.
I don't
Eric
wanna-
says he's not concerned that there's no talk or innuendo or rumors. Maybe Eric, what if the Giants come in late and do a big deal? You're still happy, right?
Well, yeah, no, I'm totally glad.
Yeah,
but,
why not?
yeah,
Money
but
well
here's the
spent.
thing, I don't want a revival of Bobby Bonilla Day. I mean, gee,
That's exactly what that would have to be for it to be 720.
Look,
was
this is the number I
only-
threw out.
instead of it-
Alive agrees. 12 years,
That was
720.
great.
720.
Yeah.
I mean, $720 million is that's more than Shohei Ohtani.
$60
Yeah,
million
That's absurd.
a year. Annual average? Is that what it
But
comes
to turn the Eric, we need him. This organization needs a Juan Soto. And if you've got to pay, Eric, pay and figure it out later. Get him in here.
You know what the highest annual average value is right now? 43 million. All you got to do is 45. I said 48.
Yeah.
I said 670 at 14 years.
which that's absurd. That's ridiculous.
And that's way over. But that's $48 million a year. 60 a year for 12? No way.
No, I can't.
No way.
Like, I know it's not our money that we're throwing around, but it does get it to a point where it's like, that's ludicrous.
No, it's gonna get
but they'll make it back. They'll make it back, and it's if anybody needs Juan Soto, it's the San Francisco Giants.
No, yeah, I don't disagree.
I agree with that.
No,
The Giants need someone like that.
It's a lot of money, though. I mean, yes, I would agree. $720 million, it's a lot of money, but it cannot. Yes, if you have two teams and they just continuously keep trying to outbid each other, yes, that's gonna be. It's gonna get up there, but I don't think it's gonna be upwards of $720 million. I don't even think Boris is expecting that much money. I mean, Jesus.
I'm shocked. I think Soto will get paid one way or another. It will be a hefty stack of cash. But with Alonso, I was shocked because I could see him getting something like offensively. Do you think Alonso brings more to the table than Willie Adames? Like the upside?
Wow, that's a great question.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I think so. I think that's a
absolutely.
no-brainer.
I mean, here it's RBIs and home runs.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Slugging percentage and on-base percentage.
Yep, and I would say career, I think they bat similar average as well.
No, I'd agree with that too. I mean, it's
so. Yeah, if you're putting Alonso as significantly or even just moderately better offensively than Adames, and their contracts are sounding like they're going to be similar because I think Adames is projected to get like 180 for 8 or something like that. And if Alonso's right in that neighborhood, same whatever, but you're getting a lot more offense from him, I don't know. I feel like Alonso's set up to get cheaped out on, which is unfortunate for him.
But the San Francisco Giants, how long are you going to have to sign him? Do you think he's coming in on a 1-year deal?
Oh,
no.
So he's looking to sign with his last team.
Is he really the direction we've got to take?
I would love nothing more than to see Pete Alonso in a Giants jersey DHing for the next 6 to 8 years. Like, I would have no problem with that because he's not great defensively as is, which is totally fine if you figure out Eldridge. And then you have a great 1-2 DH first base combo.
Do you think he's really at this point of his career to say, all right, I'll just be a DH? Do you think so?
He's older.
Yeah, he's 29.
Yes.
Some guys...
It would be perfect.
Wait till you're my age and Eric's age. Eric's cruising in on my age. I'm going to try to keep that rolling, the divide between us. But when did 29 become an old man?
Yeah, baseball term because there's so much of a youth movement going on in baseball. So everyone
he is perfect age for a DH because he's young enough to where he's still young, still in his prime, still is going to give you all the offense you could ask for. If he sucks at defense, you can put him at DH, and you're still going to have that youth with him. So you can use him as DH for longer. Whereas if you get like a Nelson Cruz, who's at the end of his career, Albert Pujols, who's, we're just going to try and squeeze a little bit of juice left out of you. It's like, I'd rather have the young guy at the DH and just lock it, sit him there, and it's fine. Oh, okay, Eldritch needs a day off, whatever. Slap him at first, and then that's fine. Like, I have no problem with that. I'd be more hesitant at signing like a Christian Walker who is older to do that.
But it's only for 1 year.
I mean,
to play first, but I'm talking as a DH. If you sign someone like Christian Walker, who's already, I think he's like 34, 35, and you have the plan of he's going to be our first baseman for 1 year, and then after that he's going to be our DH when Eldritch comes up. Well, now you have a DH who's old, and you've committed to him for however many years, and so it's like I don't like that as much as doing like a Pete Alonso.
I mean, I did just look this up. To be fair, with the DH for Alonso, he is when David Ortiz started officially DHing, he was 28.
There you go.
It's definitely possible. I'm not saying Pete Alonso is going to be David Ortiz, but it's like it's
a thing that's happened.
It has precedent. Yeah. If you wanted to do this, you wouldn't look insane.
It's not going to happen, but it's fun to dream. I love my boy Pete Alonso. He's treated me so well in fantasy baseball in the last couple years. I would love to continue the streak of having him around.
I would not be opposed to that. Vlad over Alonso.
Dude,
if they could swing
Well,
that,
yeah, that would be.
If we got Vlad, I would.
Honestly, that's right up there.
there.
That's like right up there with almost getting Juan. I mean, Juan Soto, of course, has got a better bat. But look, Vlad is not that far behind
It's
him.
Vladdy. I mean, it's Vladdy. I mean,
he's similar in Soto.
25.
And he's got the youth, right?
He's got youth. He's got pedigree. I mean, his dad was amazing.
But there are look. I think the trade could be there, but can you get the extension done?
Yeah,
there's your biggest issue.
Because you don't want to trade and then you wind up losing them.
Here's the thing, too. You trade for him and say, okay, that's cool. You're going to play first base like you've just normally been doing. That's fine. But then when you go to extend him, you're going to have to tell him, hey, we're going to extend you for a decade, but that decade's going to be
Could they do this?
DHing.
Could they move Eldridge out to the outfield?
Possible.
I don't
I
feel like you're going to be
see it.
risking injury.
We've
I think
heard
you're
a
going to
big
risk
problem.
injury too much.
No, I mean, we've heard a lot of problems about
Seriously?
Eldridge.
He's pretty damn young and athletic. You think?
No, he is. But there's also
He's
an issue. Sorry,
he's a
Dilly,
tall-
go ahead.
if you're able to pull off a trade for Vlad, have him at first base, put Eldridge in the outfield, I think he'd be fine in the outfield.
Well, yeah. Here's the issue, though. I've heard this about Eldridge. One of the things that he's not good at, he's not good at routes in the outfield. And this isn't to say that he can't learn, but it would have to be a little bit of movement, especially if we put him in right field.
Look, if you're going to get Vlad, are you going to have an issue putting Eldridge out in the left field?
No, absolutely.
You're going to figure it out.
There we go. There you go.
Hard.
Let's not get into the weeds of that. Come on, it's a freaking no-brainer. Yes, you will put Vlad at first, then put Eldridge in the outfield. 100%.
But if I'm ownership, Eric, what does Soto give you?
He sells tickets. I mean,
Yeah.
this is
So
so.
Vlad and Eldridge
you know what?
too.
I'll tell you one thing. You know what the tickets are? For me, tickets are I want winning. And you know what winning does?
It brings tickets.
Tickets. You
Yeah.
don't have to have that superstar. Look, and if you want to say this, the Giants kind of did that during their World Series runs. They didn't sell out because they had a superstar. They were selling out because they were winning championships every other damn year. That's what brought people to the park. So that, again, if you're building a strong team, people will pay to come see that.
Well, let's see what happens because right now,
That's all we can do. That's all we can do, man.
didn't renew. Not buying tickets. I'll buy my $5
Will you-
tickets.
hey,
Going cheap. If
will
the
you
team's going
renew?
cheap, I'm going cheap.
We would have to, if we were going to get Vladdy, though. Who do you think we'd trade for him? I'm thinking of a couple names, but I'm not sure.
Duvall would be in that trade.
That would be the first guy.
I don't know
Duvall?
who else outside of that.
Harrison.
You throw in Matos.
I throw him
Matos, Harrison,
Yeah, Matos and Harrison.
a first-round
Even
draft pick.
How
Wasn't
about Harrison, Luciano, and probably another starting pitcher?
Wisenhunt. I think that
I'm
would
not,
be the guy.
I'm not buying it, Eric. I'm not buying this. He's only got 1 year control because I
Yeah,
think
okay,
as
well,
a
for-
speed-
he'll get a bigger ransom for teams
If
who
he
are
had,
in the hunt at the trade deadline.
Could.
That's true.
possible.
no, that's certainly
But
true.
I don't think you're going to. Honestly, I don't know if you'll get as much for the simple fact it's 2 year. It's a 2-month rental rather than a 1 year rental. So
Yeah.
it might
Yeah.
cost a little bit more right now than it does at the trade deadline.
No,
absolutely.
There's
right
no
now,
way
he
they're
would
going to
be
get
for
the
more.
same as they are if they are going
I
to.
don't know. If you're a Baltimore Orioles or the Yankees want to get back in there, or
It just
if
won't
you're that team, and let's be honest, if you're that team who has to beat the Dodgers next year, maybe desperate times will call for drastic measures at the trade deadline.
It's possible,
Certainly
but normally
possible,
it's a
but-
2-month rental. It doesn't cost as much. That's all I'm saying. It just will not cost as much.
We're also talking about not a generational talent, but a guy who's like a superstar at first base. I mean, if I'm just going to say this about the Blue Jays. If they don't blow it up this offseason, I think they're in trouble. It's like, sincerely, if they don't send this thing out, like if they don't sell off all the pieces that they have, they're in trouble. Because Vladdy, Bichette, Springer's old. He can't play anymore. You can't trade him because he has an albatross. Bichette you can trade. It's certainly possible. And Vladdy is a guy you can definitely trade. They could get a Herschel Walker trade back for a guy like Vladdy. But I'm just worried that the Blue Jays are going to sit on their hands and do nothing. And then
Daniel, next year it's pretty thin. Next year, don't even talk about free agency.
It's Kyle Tucker,
It's
and
the
and again, it may be Vlad and Bo, but if they get extended somewhere, then they're not. Then it's
I think
Kyle Tucker.
I think one or the other gets extended, and I don't think it's going to be Bichette.
No, Bichette isn't good. He's a great player, Bichette, but
I'm telling
there you
you,
go.
Bichette is our shortstop. We need to get Bichette.
That would be
Truthfully,
Bichette would be awesome.
100%
I
am
would be-
behind the fact that you take him off of that turf and he returns to his 300 batting average, hitting 25 bombs a year, plays meh defense, but that's okay because you can cover it up with Chapman. And just he's that guy. And he's super young. He's mid-20s,
Yes.
like all these
Yes,
other
No,
guys.
I'd agree.
He is the avenue that we need to take with shortstop. That's why I hate the idea of Willie Adames and all that stuff. Willie Adames freaks me out. I think he would come to San Francisco and be super lackluster, and now you have an okay shortstop for the next 8
on
years.
an albatross. On an albatross, basically.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
just
yeah.
Bichette is the smartest idea, I think, on that.
I would
regard.
love Bichette, and it's
No,
a need.
if we
that
got
the Giants
Bichette,
need.
I mean, Bichette's a solid player. I mean, if we could get him, that's power, that's average. You could get. I think the reason why he played very badly last year is because he was injured a lot. So you
Absolutely.
can't necessarily be like, oh yeah, he's a bad player now. I think if you bring him in, he'll start playing better. It's just got to be like you got to get him though. And how do you?
Yep.
What do you give for him? I mean, there's guys that I think Toronto would be interested in, but we'd have to see about what
Get
they
him
think.
at the trade deadline. Get him at the
That-
trade deadline.
yeah.
Get the exclusive rights to negotiating before the offseason, and then extend him. I
I'd
think
agree.
that's the route that you would have to go with him because
No,
you would
yeah,
be cheaper. You have to almost hope that the Giants are doing something worth a goddamn at that point and don't sign Willie Adames so that there is a need for a Bo Bichette. And then you need to hope that the Blue Jays are just meddling again, just kind of meh and
No, you
willing
got to
to
hope
sell.
that the Blue Jays really play badly. You got to hope
Yeah.
they underachieve massively.
Yep. Or
But-
if they sign Bichette or not Bichette, Guerrero, extend them, they might just not want to. They might just look to trade Bichette at that point. So
Yeah, there you go. I mean,
I think the trade deadline that's where if you're going to make a move on him, make a move there.
Yeah, I agree.
Hmm.
Man, it's tough though. Like, who
I
would we
still,
trade?
again, I still like that idea of paying pitchers the free agent money
No,
and then trading for position players.
I'm a firm proponent of.
And on that,
No, I have been a proponent of develop really good position players and then pay for pitchers. Like, you got to pay a lot of money.
But
to
the thing
pitchers.
is, but now that I think about it, what did the Giants do well?
Yeah, that's what I was
pitchers.
going to say. That was
you
going to be
go.
my point.
But being that this year's a little bit different, you could use that pitching depth that they have. I mean, you got Harrison, you got Wisenhunt, you got Roop, you got Black, you
Birdsong.
got Wynn, you got. I'm not moving off Birdsong. Keep it
No,
Birdsong.
I like Birdsong.
No,
And,
Birdsong's great.
But you look, that's 5 pitchers right there that you could trade. That's the depth that you have. Because you're going to wind up drafting other pitchers anyways, because the Giants are good at drafting and developing pitchers. That's something that they're known for. They're just not known for drafting and developing hitters. I mean, honestly, when's the last time? I mean, Ramos is really probably the only guy that's really come through lately, right?
I mean,
as far as
yeah, I would
draft-
totally agree. I mean, we have-
Eldridge may be something. So that's
But
2, which is
you can make a point for
miracle.
Bailey.
I want to make. Yeah, no, we
Bailey-
have a lot
well,
of
I wouldn't say his
position
back,
players
his
we can currently
defense, though.
develop. I mean, look
Yeah.
at Ramos is developing still. Jung
Yep.
Hoo Lee, who is
Yeah.
definitely a guy I look
Well,
at.
he didn't come through the system.
Okay,
though.
well, he's a veteran to so to speak. But then you look at like obviously Fitzgerald, who's possible, Bailey. I mean, and along with the obvious gem that is Bryce Eldridge. I certainly think we have the ability to develop these guys into players that are respectable to complement a really good pitching staff. But, so if we're looking at this in the future, Birdsong is going to be that guy that we have there, along with whomever else. Depends on if Robbie or Logan get traded, because those rumors about that all the time now. But
you know what, guys? For an organization that everyone and their stepdaughter says has such a terrible minor league system, look at our major league team. and 3/4 of it is guys who've come up through the system, be
True.
it pitchers or on the field.
No, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
let's just look around.
I'm starting to lose confidence in this. Oh, our minor league system is trash, and oh, it's terrible.
Well, I mean,
3/4 of this team is guys we have.
Yeah, and we
Brought up.
managed 500 baseball
no,
with
they,
that.
and honestly, the notion that none of these guys can learn how to hit is ridiculous, in my opinion.
I agree.
I mean, Eldridge looks really good. Ramos looks good. Fitz looked good for a minute there. Patty gets a lot of criticism. I want to be clear, and that's
He
reasonable.
runs out of
criticism.
gas.
But yes, he does run out of gas. But I think he can be better. I mean, this is his first full big league season. I mean, I think we give him time. I think we give all of these guys time. I mean, I've always said that this next year was going to be an observation year to see what we could do. And I think we are going to see what we can do.
Right on, Benji.
Plus, did we miss the boat a little bit last year when we spent half the season, Eric, you and I? When we launched this channel, how often did you and I go on and not get through a show without saying, come on, play the young guys?
Yep.
That's always been.
And they were still reluctant, Eric.
You can't not.
Look,
I mean,
I was talking about playing the kids in 23. I talked about playing them in 24. And look at that. You've lost 2 years. Sure, yeah, Matos played a lot in 23. He should have played a lot last year, but he didn't. That's the problem.
Especially in September.
Ramos should have been playing a full season last year, and he wasn't. Who else do you want to say out there? The pitchers, they kind of had to because of injury.
yeah.
But it's just like just played a Luciano to a certain extent. Now, granted, the guy,
Agree.
if you want to say, played himself out of a position because he didn't have a position that he could play in the
nightmare
field.
defense.
None. And to be honest with you, I think that probably contributed to some of his offensive woes. I think he's just overthinking maybe I think it's more mental than it is quote unquote. He's got the physical attributes to be a fantastic hitter. It's just he wasn't putting it together. And it could be numerous things that we don't know about.
Yeah, one of the things is I feel so bad for him or any other player, Eric. Now there's talk. They're going to try to make him an outfielder. Well, geez, he was a shortstop. And last year you were trying to make him a second baseman. Now you're trying to make him an out. So if he has to develop as an outfielder, Eric, how many years are we going to continue, this avalanche effect with Luciano being developed into this position and this position? And then how much playing time is he going to get at that position? I mean, I think they've missed the opportunity, Eric. This team went on the big won about 9 of 11 or some odd figure like that in September.
I mean, I think.
And they didn't play the young guys.
Yeah. I mean, I think I.
He was
All of a
no
sudden it was like, it's about winning again. That's why they don't stick to
over.
the plan.
That's the one thing that guys like that didn't realize, that it was over. I think one of the things I'll say about Lucy actually is this. It's that the reason why really great players develop in all sports, not just baseball, has been continuity. And Lucy never had any good continuity that was able to make him a better player. With all the insanity that we had in Farhan, in our managers, and how we did business, when we did that and how we mismanaged him, it created a lack of continuity that gave him an inability to develop into a good player like we thought he could be. I mean, the dude's 22. I think he can be better than what he is right now. And I just don't know if this is going to be where he does it. I mean, he could do it on another team. Maybe
I would use him as a trade piece.
That would be
I
certainly possible.
1000% couldn't agree more.
Right?
But they've heard his value from within.
I don't think so. He's still young and
I
he's still
agree
got
with that.
controllability.
22. I mean, 22 years
Because
old.
I think other organizations probably saw how the Giants treated him, and if they treat him a different way, like a normal club should be, in other words, you give him a position and you help him and you let him go, he probably could have some success. But if Harrison and Luciano, man, those are the two I think are going to be your gold star players to trade. Those are going to be the guys, young, controllable, and they have a potential for a huge upside.
If that's your philosophy, if that is your philosophy on Luciano, then the phone's got to be ringing in the same retrospect for a guy like Luciano.
I mean, yeah.
I'm telling you.
I
I'm
mean,
If they're going to
telling
be
you.
calling thinking that Luciano was mismanaged and there's room, I think there's
I was
the
gonna say,
upside for a team picking up Luciano or
yeah,
not Luciano,
what
but
Daniel, I think what Daniel is saying is
Buckles.
actually accurate a lot. I mean, are we going to have a Brian Reynolds situation on our hands all over again, where we trade him and he ends up looking
Or-
really good on another team?
oh, that's a
No.
risk you got to take though.
Yeah, it really is.
That's
I mean,
hey.
You just don't know. And if I'm not
You don't
mistaken,
know.
Brian Reynolds wasn't really like highly touted. Yeah, he was a good prospect, but he wasn't like someone. I think wasn't Gary Brown like rated a lot higher than him, something like that. So, not to say
I don't
that
think
he
Brian
could've
Reynolds
been, but
ever even played in the majors for the Giants either. So it's
never
not like
did. I don't think he
was-
even got past Double A.
Luciano's, yeah, I was gonna say Luciano's
Yeah, I don't think he
had
ever got past Double A.
played further along that stream than Reynolds did, and that was such a just terrible, miserable trade, and everything about that's bad in retrospect.
No,
Uh,
and they even
And if
got
the
their
San Francisco Giants go on and trade any of these guys, any of them that we're mentioning, all those trade pieces, if they trade those guys and they go on to be a star somewhere else, it's still a
That's a well.
situation where the San Francisco Giants have nobody to blame but themselves because they didn't build these guys properly, didn't play these guys properly.
continuity.
But at some point, I
continuity.
also understand you've got to move on. You've got to try. If it means making the team better,
Yeah,
you got to
they
do
have
it.
to.
Yeah, I've just said
Benji has a great
continuity.
point here. Reminds me of Michael Bush of the Dodgers, who found success with the Cubs last year. A prospect that was blocked, but other clubs saw potential. And I think
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
not be
baby.
surprised if there's other clubs that see potential in both Luciano and Harrison, and probably some other guys the Giants may have too. You don't know. Again, when they start talking, we don't know what's being. I'm sure what's going on is, the Giants, hey, we're interested in this guy. What would it take to get him? Type of thing. And then they're going to look at what the Giants have, and they say, hey, how about this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, whatever. And then the Giants can come out, oh, what about this guy, this guy? I mean, we don't know. When a trade happens, they're not calling us saying, hey, we want your guys. You're calling them because you want one of their guys.
Yeah,
No, I agree with that. Yeah, I mean,
you're right. You're right.
You've heard
Zach-
Posey say that one of their biggest needs is a shortstop, which means that we do
Yes.
not have a shortstop, which
Correct.
means Luciano is not
It's not a shortstop.
So
So
you
we're
can
pushing
get
him-
rid of him just fine and have no repercussion in terms of, oh, but we need to hold on to him just in case he's going to have to fill in at short. No, because that's not going to happen because he's not good at shortstop. So
he's not a good shortstop.
if you're looking at him as a project to sell out to someone else, then that's totally fine. If you're going to try and market him as a shortstop, then you obviously know that the Giants are not going to be using him as a shortstop because they don't believe in him as a shortstop. So it's a weird situation to be in with him because, like you were saying, a lot of team control, super young, a lot of potentially a high ceiling, but doesn't understand the defense. He hasn't gotten the defense side of the game.
Yes.
I think he fell off the map. There was potential.
That's a
And that
tragedy.
guy, it sucks. Just,
Man,
I
everything.
think
just
it's done for him,
explodes.
man. Is he even in the? Is he even in
That
the
would be a
organization?
Yaz story. He would have to get picked up by. That would be funny if he got picked up by the Orioles, and then
Oh,
turned
I
into
know,
like a
right?
Yaz for the
Oh
Orioles.
man, that would be hilarious. That would be so
Just,
funny.
we're
I know he
returning
was
the
battling
favor.
an injury. I think, if I'm not mistaken, something
No,
like that.
Yeah.
I've
Our
heard
guests
about that.
tonight, Dilly, Carter, I'm Glenn. That guy over there is Eric. A whole cast
Yep.
of characters. Guys, another week. We're into December. We got the meetings coming up. The GMs will be
Yep.
sitting down in the big room. When do the dominoes fall, guys?
They'll start falling, I think, in the winter
Winter
meetings.
meetings.
I think
You may see some stuff. Does Soto have to drop necessarily? I don't know. Maybe. A lot of times people say that. We'll see.
Maybe
Because I know things were getting done when Judge was waiting
okay.
forever.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
to
just-
piggyback off that, though, now that we've got kind of a semblance of an answer, if the Giants aren't making moves, Eric,
it's quiet as all.
at
hell.
what point do you start going, all right, what are we doing here? You
I
said,
think we start doing that.
New
around-
Year after Christmas. I mean, if we're
I
getting
tell you what,
if we're doing New Year's Eve show and we got no moves to talk about, I'm getting a little leery, Eric. I'm worried.
that tells me that they're working trades.
Ooh.
The
I think it's gonna be-
second winter meetings are over If the Giants haven't done anything, I'm concerned immediately.
No, I'm
Yeah.
concerned as well. If it's all quiet on the Western Front until once the winter meetings are over, if it's all quiet and then something happens at the end of winter meetings, I'll say, okay, cool. But it cannot be a sort of like, we can't go through winter meetings and then have nothing happen afterwards.
Exactly.
If it's still quiet on the Western Front, then we are in trouble. Like,
All right,
I
keep
think
the chat going. What about when a move is done? If we have a series of moves, if it's not a huge splash, once again, are you disappointed or worried?
What
I mean,
what
we can
would
make
constitute a
moves.
medium splash?
We can
What
make
would const-
moves, but if we don't get some, reality here,
I'll tell
Yeah.
you what it's going to be. It depends on who's coming off the board.
Yes.
It depends if
Completely.
it's the big names coming off the board, Giants aren't doing nothing, then you might want to start going, uh-oh. Now,
if there are big names
again,
still on the board, then I'm okay.
if it
But-
doesn't,
I agree. I agree with that.
if the Giants are just going straight trades, then I'm not going to be too worried. But I will still be concerned because the Giants they got to get at least one of the three pitchers, right? They have to get a Burns, a Snell, or a Fried.
If we need at least one really good pitcher,
Or
like
Sagano.
if we can
See-
get one really good pitcher, I'm in good shape.
This is
Let's
where
get
I'm
together.
going to have to agree with Glenn because I did like the idea that
Oh no!
you get a guy like Sagano
Ah!
and you fill in the rest of the you
We're
cheap
doing
out
this again.
you cheap out on pitching this year.
that's
and
why we love getting you back on this show, Dilly. You bring
cheap
it.
Out, you cheap out a little bit on pitching this year. Get Sagano, take a flyer on him. You let the Birdsong, Harrison's, Webb, maybe throw in a Hicks there and there. All those people. You throw in that you see where you're at with your younger guys and a flyer on Sagano, and then you have that extra money to go out and buy a Pete Alonso or someone like that, like an Alex Bregman, something crazy. Like throw in that, and you have more money to play with in that regard.
Eric, a lot of
You
guys
know,
are jumping on my bandwagon. I love it. Thanks, Cole. A lot of
you
guys
know,
coming
If
in.
you
I
sign
actually got a
Bregman
fever.
and he plays second base, that still allows you to get Bichette next year. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying you cheap out on pitching a little bit, take the flyer on Sagano, and then you have the money to get someone like that, and it kind of makes sense at that point. Or you trade for since you have the extra money, you could trade for a Bellinger or someone of the sort where you might have to eat a little bit of their contract, but you have the extra money to eat the contract, and it doesn't lock up shortstop and all this kind of stuff, so you can still get Bichette.
How about
It's
this,
interesting.
right?
I don't
How
hate
about
the
this?
idea.
Let's talk about
I have an
starting
idea
pitching.
too. So
How about this?
okay,
Because I think Sagano's getting $15 million a year.
15.
I
a
don't
year?
see that.
That's
15 a
steep.
year
I
is
think that's a little.
insane.
I don't think he's getting
His
50.
last
For a
contract was
35-year-old
40.
man who's only pitched
But
100.
that was in Japan. He ain't
His
hitting
last,
that in
his
MLB.
last contract was 40, and I can't see him leaving there.
years.
Yeah, I was
40
gonna
for
say
4
less
years.
money.
40
for 4 years.
Right, 10 million. So I can't
Yeah,
see him
15
leaving for like he
15
ain't
million?
leaving for less money.
He's not-
And you know
because
what? That might be a good
he,
point.
He tried to get a deal back in 2020, and then the MLB was not. No team was going to pay what he wanted, so he is not going to get 15.
No way.
I don't see it.
We'll see.
15 million a year?
No way.
You
I don't
said
see
we
15.
overpaid on Jung Hoo Lee, so maybe the money's out there, Eric. Teams like these
I'll
overseas.
tell you
players.
what. I think there's someone better than Sagano. I'm gonna say it. I said it earlier in the show.
Say it.
Go pay 150, 170 for freaking Snell, and then get Sasaki. Maybe he decides to come.
Oh
in.
yeah, I would love
have
Sasaki. That
a
would be
massive-
great.
Dude, could you
But-
imagine that? Not only are you getting a Sasaki type of pitcher, the guy is pennies.
Yeah,
Penny, and you ain't gonna pay him for another 6 years. You know
Yep.
what I would do though? Honestly, if I were the Giants, I would freaking lock down. I would lock him up.
If
I
Eric,
would lock him up.
if this
And pay out
happens,
his
Supposed to be
arbitration.
generational type play
Okay.
pitcher too, Eric. He's supposed to be
Dude.
elite.
no,
Look
we
and
talked
look.
about this. The guy looks like an incredible player. Eric, I will say this before I give what I think will happen. If that happened, I would be on the ground shaking with a massive.
Could you imagine?
I would literally lose my mind. There's no way. But here's what I think is going to happen. And this is a crazy prediction, but
One of the
Do it.
things Scott Boras said about Alex Bregman is that he was willing to move positions. So Alex Bregman, when Carlos Correa was injured, he played shortstop. So I think here's what I would do. If this is in my crazy mind. So we get Bregman to play shortstop. We move Fitzgerald to second base. And then in right field, depending on what happens, we'll probably just do Yaz or something bizarre because there's no way we can pay Soto at this point. Even then, it's weird. And then we go get a quality pitcher. That's what I think will happen. It's just so tedious, though. I would say, but I think my crazy fever dream idea is we move Bregman to shortstop. It's a crazy idea. I don't know if this would happen, but I think it's possible. Hey, don't
you hear what Bregman's asking? You hear what Bregman's asking
It's
for?
ridiculous.
300 millions. 300 million.
He's
300 million.
Well, you can ask for it.
Yes.
Doesn't mean you
He's
get it.
trying to get Machado.
but still,
Okay,
that's
you know what?
just.
I
Take my deal.
saw that.
No, take my idea.
I wouldn't even pay
$300
him
million.
200. I wouldn't even pay him 200.
Wait. Alex Bregman is asking for $300 million.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Again, but take it for what it's worth. Remember,
Yes.
everyone said the Mets offered $660 million, and that was bogus. So this could be
I
bogus
saw
too.
that, and what I
There's no
collected
way.
from
I don't see
because
that.
I'm assuming that we saw the same thing. What I collected from that is that there was a lot of speculation that Boris was going to try and get a similar contract to Machado because Machado's extension or signing whatever with the Padres was what it was. And they view Bregman similarly to Machado as in terms of offensive and defensive production.
Mhm.
I don't see that happening. I would be comfortable giving Bregman a contract between probably somewhere similar to like what Adames would get. Maybe a little bit more just because I think he's better offensively, like
I agree.
quite considerably, but he is older. So you have to like around that 200 mark, I think is where he'd find himself. And so if that's the case, and I don't know how many years, it could be 8, it could be however many, because I think he's 30 or 31. So if you're in that 8 to 10 year range, because people like signing till they're 40 now, apparently that's just a normal thing. That's what you're looking at. And so if that's the case, I like him more at second base because that's an easier position to play defensively than shortstop. And I think when he played shortstop for the Astros in place of Correa, he was also significantly younger. And so obviously more fleet of foot and so on and so forth. But I like him at second because, like I said, that also gives you the opportunity to go out and get Bichette, and that's not locking down shortstop. And then if you can get Bichette, then all of a sudden that infield's like elite of the elite. It'd be interesting.
Man, that is.
But you have to cheap out on pitching. That's all contingent on cheaping out on pitching because you can't sign Snell, you can't sign Burns and stuff like that because you're going to be putting that money into Bregman.
Only when Dilly comes on the show do we have to cover the polar bear and Bregman in the same episode.
I didn't think we'd be doing that. Jesus.
Didn't see that
To be
coming.
fair, that's my fault. So
We're
Didn't see a lot
spicing
of
it up.
things coming tonight,
We're
actually.
spicing it up. We're running out of things to say, and so we gotta start saying new stuff.
Yeah.
New
And
ad-
on that note, I'm about. We're 2 hours in, Eric. I'm ready to knock
close
it
it down,
off
man.
tonight.
Yep, ready to close it down.
Thanks, Dilly.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
Love you.
Billy.
Love you, guys.
Thanks,
Carter.
Carter,
Thanks,
man.
buddy.
Appreciate it,
Gentlemen.
guys.
See you, buddy.
All right.
All right. So we'll be back tomorrow night, 8:00. We'll do this these shenanigans
over again.
all over again. And on behalf of Eric and myself, and I believe I speak for everyone in our chat here at Giant Sports Talk Live, there were some comments made earlier tonight that we don't condone, and we'll leave it at that.
Fair enough.
Always a good time with you, Eric.
Absolutely. Love just discussing it, talking this stuff. Man.
Deep. I like when Eric, you know what? Eric and I play off each other, and just I know that Eric is kind of. I know Eric's intrigued by this 35-year-old pitcher, but he just doesn't want to admit it.
Nope.
Safe to say?
Nope. Nope. No. Giants got bigger things to do than worry about a 35-year-old pitcher. That's all. Look, if the Giants had a team together already and you wanted to do that and you had some leeway, okay, let's take a flyer, as they say. But Giants got bigger things to worry about than trying to get after a 35.
All right, if they bring him in this offseason, are you going to feel happy for a guy like me who wants him, or are you just like, oh, good grief?
Oh, good grief.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow night, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Giant Sports Talk Live, a Northern Lights Entertainment production. BetterCreditCards.com, our proud sponsor of the show. Visit them. Do us a favor and visit them. Not just this show. Visit them. Give them a couple of hits on their site. BetterCreditCards.com. Learn which credit card might be best for you. GenesisGoldIRA.com. Signatures for soldiers. For your printing needs in the Bay Area, I've been over there. Visit them. Duxwell Printing. They'll look after you. And for all your sports memorabilia in the offseason, great time to buy. Visit them over in Burlingame at Lefties. Tell Jim that Glenn and Eric sent you. All right. See you tomorrow night, Eric.
See you guys tomorrow night, Monday night. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.